Yeah. So what if you fall? Get up. Yeah. So when you get crossed over, get up. Like, oh man, we trying to win a game, bro. I care about that, man. And so much people caught up in like, oh man, oohs and ahs.
Yes, indeed. Big Brother Bear here to give you all that you want and what you need. This Teach Me series, we're going to get some words of wisdom from no one other than Chicago's own Patrick Beverly. He said something in this podcast with the Knuckleheads, with Darius Miles and Quentin Richardson, that I feel like would help you.
This new league, defensively, you a defensive player, like they steady cutting off stuff that you can't do defensively. How can you play defense?
I mean, to me, I think it's easier now. Like, so it gives you the green light. It gives you the green light. I'm going in the game. I understand I got Steph. Like, ask little kid, what Steph Curry do? He shoot. Okay, I'm not gonna let him shoot. You have to beat me with layups all game. Like, I don't understand what people go back. He dribble, go back, and they stand there like, nah. Yeah. So what if you fall? Get up. Yeah. So when you get crossed over, get up. Like, come on, man, we're trying to win a game, bro. I care about that, man. And so much people caught up in like, oh man, oohs and ahs, get put on Instagram. Go viral on Instagram. I don't care about that, man.
That's
I don't care about that, dog. Like, I'm trying to win a game right now. I'm trying to win a game right now, bro. Right now. I don't care about that. You cross me, cool. I ain't my last time being crossed.
Now, I said this years ago, and no one took me seriously. That video did like the worst on my channel. It probably has like 100 views right now. But my feelings ain't hurt. My feelings ain't hurt. It's hurt a little bit. But I kept it up. I ain't take it down. It's still up right now. And I'm going to link it to this video so you can see it. But in that video, I talked about what is important enough to be dunked on. And I think some of it went over people's heads. People thought I was crazy. Because I'm the person, when I see someone get dunked on or when I see someone get crossed up, I'm not worried about the person that's doing the dunking. That person is not the hero in it for me. Like, I can care less. Because anybody can dunk on somebody and beat on their chest. Anybody can dunk on somebody and yell. Anybody can do that. That's easy. What I'm looking for, when I see someone get dunked on, I see somebody get crossed up, what I'm looking for is the person that got the short end of the stick, the person that got dunked on, or the person that got crossed up, how do they respond? Did it break their spirit? Right? I'm looking at their facial expression. Right? Are they about to cry? Are they pulling on their jersey because they want to get out? They want coach to get them out. Like, I want to know how they respond. And on the next defensive play, how do they favor that? Do they get out the way? Right? Do they not play defense? That's my worst thing. Put me in a foxhole with a bunch of people that that they're going to do what it takes to win. Even if that means risking being dunked on. But you know just as well as I do, there's some individuals that will move out the way. Go ahead, player. Go ahead. It didn't dunk on me. I don't want those people around me. I do not want those people around me. If you will allow someone to get a clean cut to the basket, escort them to the basket in the name of they didn't dunk on you, then you can't be on my team. You can't be on my team on the basketball team. You can't be on my team in life. I don't want you around me. I don't want you around me. And that is the thing that holds a lot of people back. It's the very same thing Patrick Beverly said, right? He said, so what if you fall? Get up. He said, so what if you fall? Get up. Then he says, people are so worried about the oohs and the ahs than the actual thing they need to be doing to better their chances to win. And we see that all the time. People are more worried about the embarrassment that may or may not happen than the focus on what it takes to actually win. I guarantee you there's a class that you want to take. There's a major that you want to be a part of right now that you will not take 2 steps forward because you know that you might embarrass yourself. They may realize in college that you read on a 6th grade reading level, i.e. me, right, when I was in college. And you don't want to embarrass yourself. So it's much easier to not even go after it, stay in a safe space, major in some bullcrap cupcake classes, than to go after something you want to do because you may have to embarrass yourself. You may embarrass yourself. Now, I'm not saying you should go out there and willingly embarrass yourself because at the end of the day, you got to apply yourself. You got to apply yourself. You got to study. You got to practice. You got to do all those things. But to not put yourself in that conversation just because you don't want to be embarrassed, that's cowardly. But people do it all the time. What you got to understand is, say for instance, I don't know who the shot blocker in the NBA right now is, but I know Alonzo Mourning was the shot blocker. He's a rim protector. Block shots, big rim protector. People feared him. Dikembe Mutombo, shot blocker. when they were the leading shot blockers in the league, they got dunked on. You don't lead the league in shot blocks and don't get dunked on ever. It's impossible. Steph Curry, he has the best percentage of three-point shooting ever, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's elite, like he leads that category. But you know what? He or no one else has ever led the league in three-point shooting without missing a shot. He has to put himself in that conversation of, I'm going to miss. I'm going to miss. It's a part of it. So when people tell me, I've never been dunked on, that just lets me know one or two things. Either one, you've never tried to stop someone from dunking, or two, you don't get no burn. You don't get no playing time anyway. Either one of those are unacceptable. Unacceptable. If you tell me that no one has ever got the best of you when you're trying to guard them, that you don't guard people. I'm so happy that Patrick Beverly put some light on this because he is the lead. There's no one better than him in the NBA as far as lockdown, on the ball, defense, 94 feet. There's no one better than him. And he's telling you, because y'all didn't believe anything when I said it years ago in my YouTube videos, and y'all didn't believe me, and I got like 100 views on that doggone video, but y'all didn't believe me when I said it. But listen, he says, if you fall down, so what? Get up. Don't be worried about the oohs and the ahs. Worry about what it's going to take for you to win. If that means you got to step over to take a charge and you mess around and get dunked on, so what? If that means you mess around and get crossed up, so what? So what? So what? At the end of the day, you get yourself up. That's a big piece. How long does it take you to get up and move on to the next play? So if you get a chance, make sure you check out Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles' podcast, Knuckleheads. They have a YouTube channel. Check them out and check this one out in particular when they did with Patrick Beverly because he goes much in more detail about what we talked about today. But add this to your game. It's going to help you out, not only in basketball, but in life and in school as well. Go ahead and go after that dream that you want to go after. Don't worry about being embarrassed in the process. Go ahead and do it anyway. If you fall, which you will, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and go at it again.